I'm reviewing my YUME Y10 after a little over 1,000 miles. I think I've had it for about 3 months, something like that. But yeah, it's over 1,000 miles now. As you can see, it's still in good shape. Been doing me well so far. No complaints. Well, I'm not gonna say no complaints, but we'll get into that. As you can see, still got most of the original parts on the YUME Y10. Got my travel bag. These wicked lights, man. The lights are wicked. Still got this lock here. I haven't used it yet because the travels I take, I haven't necessarily had to use it. One thing I did change on here, as you probably can notice from my last video if you watched it, I'll put a link in the description. But you can see these handlebars are different. You see those? Yeah, look pretty good. See? As you can see, they're not just a solid bar with a little dip in the middle. I like these a lot better. It feels better. It feels lighter. I feel like it got more control, more stability. And if you notice on the ones that the YUME Y10 come with, they come with the foldable handlebars. They're actually a little bit higher. The handlebars are like, see where this dips is, spaces? That's like where your handlebars would be, your hands, that height. So I actually lowered it, which I do like because this is about mid-level height. It can go higher, but this is mid-level, and I still felt like it was a little bit too high. So the handlebars were actually lowered the height overall, which makes it a great feel and a great fit. So that definitely was a great investment and improvement for ride quality. As you can see, got a little bit of scuffs there from my original spill. This is just from wiping on the wall, paint. As you see, everything still looks originally good. It's high on the chair right now, so it's a little bit taller than I am. But let's just turn the power on. We have 55.9 volts, almost charged all the way. Okay, let's check the mileage. Power on. As you can see, we're at 1,034 miles. Now, 1,000 miles. I haven't had any problems so far with it at all. As far as functionality, everything's been functioning. You can see the tires. They're a little worn down a little bit, but they're fairly even and still grippy. So I probably can get another 1,000 miles out of it, maybe even 2, before they start looking a little flat. But you still got the original brake disc and brake pads on it. Same brake calipers on there. Nothing's been upgraded or changed besides the handlebars at this point. Still got the same deck. Still just haven't got around to finding one that I want yet. And it still functions pretty good. See the back tire right here. It's pretty, if you can see, still got the red line on there and some of the yellow. So it's still good. But you can see as the tires are broken in, you got their little street formality on there. Same brake disc, brake pads. Like I say, the rear brakes are a little bit, they take a little bit more pressure to really go. They brake still good, but you can just tell that they're not as tight as originally after 1,000 miles. But they're still good. I think I could still go another 1,000, maybe even 2. Depending, we'll see. Suspension's still good. On this one, everything came the way it came. I haven't changed or adjusted anything. See, it's a little dirty from riding. Okay, yeah, you can see. I've done a little minor off-roading, like riding up grass hills. Scooter's very versatile. Like if the sidewalk's blocked with pedestrians and there's like a little grass hill, and definitely go up it, go down it, and keep it moving. Everything still works on here so far. These are still good. This one came off once, but I was able to put it back on. What I noticed, if you don't tighten them too tight, they're less likely to pop off. They don't really move much. I tighten them a little. Hand tighten is what I do with those. Okay, let's check the other side of the scooter. Kickstands here. I lost my cover piece. It's like a plastic bumper slid off. You know, I want to get a different kickstand. I don't really like it too much. It makes the scooter lean down too low for my liking. I like to sit upward more. And you can see here, everything still looks good. Keep up with the minor maintenance, tire pressure, and you wipe it down once in a while. Yeah, that's good. That's it. I've rode this scooter in the rain a few times as well. Not like super heavy rain, but I definitely had some good rain, and it rolled right through it. You know, not too much. The first time I rode, it was nice drizzle. Like it was drizzle enough where my thigh parts of my pants were all wet. You know, but other than that, it rode good. And if you see, the one thing I do say with the rain, because water can get anywhere on the scooter, but I did kind of waterproof it better. I took the top off, put some Honda Bondo in there, sealed the bolts with some thread blocker and stuff like that, just to improve the water sealing of it, the water resistance of it. I try not to ride in deep puddles. Like if I do ride in a puddle, I'll slow down some so it ain't just a crazy splash. The scooter keeps you pretty dry, but you know, you go in there deep enough, you will get wet. And my scooter, I like that it's high enough off the ground where, you know, the battery doesn't really get in the water, you know, which is a good thing. So, besides that, the only thing I've noticed when I rode in the rain, this bag is getting scratched up here. Oh well. Is here, the rain, because you know water gets anywhere. So I've noticed this gotten a little stiff, the turning. So I'm assuming some water got in there and whatever lubricant was in there just kind of pushed out. You know, oil and water don't mix, whatever. So I added some oil in there to try to get it down there, and I'll turn it a few times to kind of lubricate it back up and see how it does. Because it does stiffen up your suspension where it could be a little, you could have a bad turn if you don't turn right. But I don't turn too much when I ride. I usually lean. But other than that, everything's rides good. Excuse me. I do got one complaint about the fender. If they ever do upgrade this model or whatever, is this fender here. Now, don't get me wrong, it does block the water, which is cool and all, but what I've noticed at a higher speed in the wet ground where there's a good amount of water, even some drizzle, is that when you're riding really fast, let's say you're doing about 30, 25, 30, maybe even 40, whatever, and when you go, the rain it pushes the rain, keeps the rain from hitting the scooter, but what happens is the force of the wind makes the water come up, and then it comes right back to the scooter here. So it constantly hits this area here. This is how I think water got in here and made it a little stiff. And which means, but it doesn't really get up in this area because I noticed that my shins still be dry. So with that, I rode it in the rain probably twice already, maybe even 3 times. Let's say 3.5 times. Let's say 2 times, 3 times it was like drizzling, and one was like a little rain, but not like crazy rain where you're just getting brutally soaked. Just rain where maybe your shoulders are wet, you know, stuff like that. Backpack is probably a little damp. That's about it. But other than that, it's been riding, man. It's been riding. Sometimes I'll cover up if I gotta go. I'll probably put shrink wrap around this electrical part when it rains and stuff like this, just to keep water from saturating it. But usually, my rides are about 5 miles. So I rode in 5 miles, 5.5 miles, while it's raining. Probably at close to top speed, so I usually get there in about 12 minutes, 15 minutes tops. So you figure 5 miles, 12-minute time in the rain, and it doesn't bother the scooter rides. Besides here, you know, water gets in these little parts here where you need it to be lubricated, but you re-lube them, should be good, man. Should be good. I did watch a video, I don't remember who it was, but when I used to do some research on riding in the rain, it told me like here's where water can come down the bead and into the box here. So I'm like, oh cool, that makes sense. Right here you can see it's got a nice little sealant here, so keeps the water out.
Dad, why did you move this?
I'm making a video.